Obviously another big game this week against the Swans, who are also 0-2. Is it getting desperation time for even both of those clubs?
Oh, not after 2 rounds, Andrew. It's not the best start, but we've played 2 good quality opposition teams, and we're up and about. We're upbeat about things that are coming up. Those 2 games are past now, and all we've got to worry about this week is the Sydney Swans, and we're looking forward to it.
The issue is, though, it's very difficult. History shows that if you lose your first 2, it's very difficult to make the finals. You pretty much need a win now, don't you?
Oh, it's 1 week at a time. We've got Sydney this week, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Is too much made of the start of seasons? You dropped 2 games in a row, around 13 and 14, and not much is made of it. Now it's suddenly panic stations because you're zipping through.
I think it's the start of the season. Everyone's up and about, and the hype of the season starting is massive. And it's not the ideal start for us, but as I said before, we're concentrating on Sydney this week, and it's a big game for us. First home game at Adelaide Oval, so hopefully the crowd's like the Port crowd on the weekend, and they were outstanding. So hopefully our crowd gets involved on Saturday afternoon, and we have a good win.
So there's no sense of panic among the playing group or coaches or anything?
Nah, not at all. Sando spoke to us this morning, and you need to move on. Been in the game long enough now that you can't dwell on losses for more than 48, 72 hours. So we need to move on, and we have, and we're looking forward to Sydney this week.
How do you turn things around?
Oh, we need to get back on the track and start training, have good training standards, and playing for one another. That's why we're looking forward to bouncing back and playing against a good quality opposition again this weekend.
How is it for the playing group? Are wins more important early season to get yourself going?
Oh, every team goes out there to win, and unfortunately we've lost our first 2 games. But we need to have a good week on the track and go out there this Saturday and play our brand of footy that we know we can play. So we're looking forward to that.
What are the key things you need to fix up?
I think defensively we need to stop their flurry of goals. I think Port really overran us in the last quarter, and defensively we need to get a little bit better. But I think we just need to start playing for one another. We need to start backing each other in, and start playing the footy that we know we can play. And we've got a great opportunity this week against Sydney again.
What do you mean by playing for one another?
Just supporting each other, blocking, helping each other out, running to areas where you might not get the ball, but someone else might get free. So that's the selfless running or the selfless play that we need to start doing for one another.
Why doesn't that happen already?
Oh, it's sometimes you go out there and you try to win the ball yourself, and you sort of forget about sometimes your teammates. You're worrying about what you need to do yourself. So we need to start going out there and just looking after one another and playing as a team.
You said Sandoz had a word to you this morning. What was the tenor of that?
He was really good. He was up and about, looking forward to this week. Went over some stats that we need to look at, but Sando was really up and about this morning. And as I said before, you can't dwell on the last two rounds. We need to move on now. And as I said, we've got a great game, great opportunity this week. Our first home game at Adelaide Oval against a really good quality opposition.
What are the positives of your first 2 rounds? What's you pointed out that you're doing well and you can build on?
I guess it's some players, that are really playing well at the moment. Like, Matty Yench is playing some good footy. Brodie Smith's playing some outstanding footy. There's still a few blokes that are a bit down, but need to start playing some good footy. But I guess some of the young kids, those second tier, sort of the backbone of our team, that are really playing some good footy and holding us up. So
your comeback's a positive?
Yeah. Look, I was rapt to get out there. To come back for the first showdown was pretty intense. I said a few of the boys before, that first quarter was probably the most intense footy I've ever played in been involved in. So to come back for that game, I was very nervous before the game, and to get through that was good. But as I said, we need to get out there and enjoy ourselves again and play some good footy.
It was a good start for you. How long before you got your absolute best? Because obviously you haven't played a lot of footy for quite some time.
There's no real time, Andrew. I think I need to go out there and perform and do my best for the team. That was the first step on the weekend, and I'll be still going out there to try to do my best for the team and help us win many games of footy.
Physically, you feel pretty good.
Yeah, physically feel great. I had a few good contests on the weekend, which would have tested the shoulder out, but the shoulder held up really, really well, and I'm feeling in good shape, and I'm ready to go.
Matt Crouch is obviously a young buck. His brother is injured now. Every chance to play, do you think, this week? Has he done enough? Is he good enough?
Yeah, he's certainly good enough. I didn't see his game against South on Friday night, but I played with him against Eagles 2 weeks ago, and he's just really good with the ball in his hands. He's really, really clean and precise with his skills. So, if he gets his opportunity this week, that'd be great for the footy club to bred another young kid into the team.
And for your fans, how does he compare to Brad?
Matt's more of the outside. He's still hard inside, but he's more of that outside bit of polish. Not saying that Brad hasn't got the polish, but Brad's a bit more harder inside, and Matt's that more finishing off player. That's really, really good skills.
You said about what Sando said at the players this morning about what you need to do better. Contested ball keeps raising its head. Was that something he mentioned again?
Yeah, contested ball and tackles. We got beat again. I think we were minus 17 in the last quarter, which is not good enough. So we need to rectify that, and that's something. If you lose those two key areas, you're more than likely going to lose the game. So they're the two areas that we'll focus on this week.
Just one more, mate. And Sydney, obviously, they're 0-2. To expect they're going to come out. You spoke about the opening quarter against Port. I guess we can expect similar this week, given the predicament that the Swans are in.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to come out firing. They've had a lot of bad negative media about them, so they're going to come out, they're going to get away from their state and come over here and really try to knock us off, and we need to be prepared for that.
Want to stay connected with the Crows? Like us on Facebook.